Second Cup, brought to you by the Nickel Plate. Sit, sip, savor, and shop.
Good morning, 8 o'clock on the start of your finally Friday. We've made it to the end of what feels like the longest week ever.
It does, yeah.
Right? I mean, like Christmas, Hanukkah, so much celebrating, all in a matter of days. And here we are finally at the end of the week. Glad you're with us. I want to introduce to you the queen of the cuppies.
Hi, everyone.
Miss Lauren Muscarello, live and in the flesh.
I'm so happy to be here. This is so exciting.
I'm so excited to have you. Not only is Lauren the cuppy queen, she's also my sister-in-law. So, I mean, there's a little bit, of a relationship here. Not that I'm just meeting you for the first time. No, yeah. The funniest thing did happen a couple of weeks ago when Melly came with Crystal and Julie to the Second Cup gathering.
Fun.
Yeah. I think I was talking about this yesterday, actually. I know Melly, I know Julie.
Yeah.
But I had never met Crystal. And so I was talking and I'm like, who are you?
I love Melly. She's so sweet. I hope Melly's on here, and I hope we get to see her soon.
Just yet. But we've got a bunch of people here with us already this morning. Hey, Kelly and Linda. Peter's here. Megan. Andrea's here. Felicia and Danielle. Laura, Linda, Diane, Jan. Howard is here. Mark and Bonnie from the North Branch of Michigan. Hi, Megan. Glad you're with us as well. Listen, if you're with us, chime in. A couple of things we want to talk about this morning. Number one, the Bills. This is a big weekend for the Buffalo Bills as they head into their final home season game against the Jets. Their final home game of the regular season against the Jets. And then we want to talk about gift giving, gift receiving, I suppose, and regifting. And if we have time, we'll talk about taking your decorations down, because a lot of people, turns out, already have done that.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Right?
I am always somebody that waits until at least the first week of January.
Me too.
And then especially, I feel like everything was so thrown off with Thanksgiving being late this year.
Absolutely. One of the things
we didn't get to enjoy it.
Well, and that's exactly the thought process for me, because I want to sit there in the warmth and the glow of the lights. We should just talk about this now. Let's just talk about this now.
Okay.
Forget the Bills.
Yeah.
I love holidays. I love the decorating. I love seeing the lights. When I was a kid, my mom and dad, big Jews here. So when we were kids, we would drive around and look at everyone else's lights.
Yeah.
And for me, that was like a very satisfying feeling.
I love it. There's nothing better.
Right. And you get to see everyone's spirit. I think it all comes out
it's the
in
magic
the way you
of
decorate.
Christmas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so for a little Jewish boy on Long Island, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Yeah. Oh my God.
Well, and then I feel bad because Vincenzo's 3.
Right.
And he is just starting to be like, oh, look at those Christmas lights. But then he's putting the guilt on me already. I wish I had Christmas lights.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're 3. I didn't think that we needed to decorate the house yet.
So
I don't
knows
even
how to
have
manipulate.
Any.
King Vincenzo.
Oh, yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew says hers are coming down this week. Aunt Linda, good morning to you. I like to clean up the day after Christmas. Why?
Oh, see, that's way too early for me.
Don't you feel like you need to be in the Christmas? I mean, I know you're in Florida, and Florida doesn't count when it comes to the holidays because it's warm down there.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Exactly.
No.
Lori says decorations don't come down until Epiphany, Little Christmas. When is that?
Okay.
Or do you know when that is?
I don't know when that is.
Okay. I couldn't tell you because
yeah.
I'm definitely an other. Connie, it's going to be this way next year too. Amy needs more space.
True.
Howard says you don't have to undecorate if you don't decorate to begin with. Well, Howard, you need to decorate then.
Oh, man.
Russell says that you guys used to go to Clark Street in Hamburg to look at lights.
Yes, that was always so fun. There was always this one house pushed back on a hill, and they did their whole yard. It's kind of like your friend Tim Cox posted that one in East Aurora. Mm-hmm. Kind of like that.
Okay.
But I mean, obviously that was in the 90s, so the decorations were way different and not as much. But
let me ask you this.
It was so fun.
Do you find any nostalgia in those really big, bulky lawn ornaments? Here's what I'm talking about. Those big Santa Claus or
the blow up ones?
No. like the
Okay.
plastic ones that were just kind of there. Do you know what I'm talking about? The like there's a nativity scene, and Mary and Joseph are there,
Yeah.
and they've got a little baby Jesus, and like Santa. I don't know, like those 90s really big bulky
I
light
like those
ups.
ones.
Yeah.
I don't like the inflatable
Don't
lawn
either.
ones because then when they're not inflated, they just look like a mess on the lawn to me. Just my opinion. I don't
Welcome to Second Cup.
I don't judge if you have them. But I do like the wiry ones or the ones like with just the simple lights and things like that.
Diane says we normally take the tree down after New Year's, put it up late this year. Yeah, we put ours up around Thanksgiving, but even still, I was kind of like, that's still late because Thanksgiving was so late. Blow mold ones. Yes. I'm sorry, Tom. I genuinely don't know. I never had a lawn ornament because I don't celebrate Christmas. So I have no idea what they're called. But I appreciate you helping me out here with the correct words. Debbie, thank you very much. Linda says, don't mix blow up and statues in different shapes and lights. Good to know.
Huh.
If you've got one theme going on. Okay, so everyone knows the blow molds. Wow, okay.
Well, I had no idea.
My uncle's with us. Yes, exactly.
Oh, hi, Jamie.
The house across the street from us had all of those blow up ornaments. Right. And when I was a kid, I used to look out the window.
Yeah.
My neighbors across the street had those blow molds, as I now know they're called. And I would say, good night, mommy, good night, baby. Like I had no idea who they were.
Oh,
and when I went
that's sweet. Oh, see, your mom just said it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Robin, glad you're with us. I have 16 trees, so I started taking them down yesterday. It'll take me 2 weeks to pack all the indoor decor away. It was all worth it to see the grandbaby smile. My stuff had been up since mid-November. Okay.
Yeah. That I feel like, okay, if you decorate early in November, it's okay to start taking them down because you get your use out of it. But I need them up through New Year's.
Well, what about like the holiday music, like the Christmas music?
At least until New Year's.
I'm with you 100%.
Yeah.
And I turned on the radio this morning when I got in the car to go to work, and I was really excited because, I'm still feeling that holiday glow.
Yeah.
But what happened was J. Cole was on the Holly station, and I'm like, J. Cole does not sound like a Christmas carol.
No. But you're also still in the midst of Hanukkah too. So we have to also remember, like, we don't want to cut that short.
Yeah. Exactly. Like I had a great night last night celebrating Hanukkah, and I was so excited, but they're like already into like the New Year's playlist.
Yeah, I feel like all of the seasons and holidays are just so rushed. So I like to take a step back and just enjoy it.
Me too. I'm with you 100%. Tom, good morning. A good question is, do people change up the yard decorations from one year to the next? Do you?
The yard decorations?
Yeah, like
I don't have any.
Okay, well, there you go. I guess if you add some.
But once the kids start to get older, like I just told you guys, Vincenzo's kind of hinting at it, so I have to invest in some.
Well, there you go.
Aaron
says, just got my aunt an inflatable pig Santa for Christmas because we're going to swim with wild pigs in the Bahamas this summer. That's cute. Love
fun.
that. Kim says, I had my tree up since before Thanksgiving, and I leave mine up until about the 6th of January. And so somebody else was saying that's a little Christmas, which I guess is significant on the calendar.
Okay.
Andrea, I always decorate different.
Yeah, Andrea always does really good decorations.
Well, and the
Her
kids
house
too.
is always like decked out for every holiday. But because Alana loves that, and she's so good at it.
Okay, so Christmas Eve, the elf on the shelf came. What's the elf's name, Andrea?
I think Candy Cane and Snowy are hers.
Okay. Well, regardless, they were mischievous.
Oh, yeah.
And they tried to find the largest bowl to eat cereal out of.
Yeah.
And it turns out that all of the Lucky Charms and all of the whatever other cereal was in the house was in the toilet bowl.
And that was so funny.
I couldn't believe it. And Adriana wanted to eat it.
Of course she did.
Candy cane and Snowy. Okay, thank you. My uncle says my aunt made latkes and jelly donuts last night. They were amazing.
That sounds so good.
So yes, so Hanukkah was last night, the second night of Hanukkah. Tonight's the third. Today, the second official day of Hanukkah. So my mom and dad, this is the first time that they've been here in 14 years of me living here.
So fun.
So they finally moved here, and I'm so glad because we can actually celebrate the holidays
Yeah.
together.
It's so special.
We went to their house last night, and so we've got some pictures that I wanted to share with you. I posted them on my Facebook page. My sister, we opened presents all together. We made latkes, we had bagels, we had blintzes.
I love the latkes.
It was delicious. You've had them before?
We made them that one year. Yeah, you
Yes.
showed me how to make them gluten-free.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they were
without the
so good.
flour, with the
Yes.
gluten-free flour.
Yes.
Regardless of like what you celebrate, the food is the best
Oh,
part.
The best.
So we had jelly donuts last night from Paula's, and what's so cool about going to Paula's is that like when you ask for a certain flavor or you ask for a certain filling and they don't have it, they'll make it for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
So, like they have the shell, like a sugared donut, a powdered sugar donut.
Okay.
And you're like, okay, can I have that with jelly? And they just filled it up, put the piping in, and that was that.
I'm so out of touch with places that hold gluten.
Okay, Lauren is, do you have celiac? Is that what it is?
Celiac,
Okay.
yeah.
So you have to be very careful with what you're eating and where you're eating it because you don't want to cross contamination.
Yeah.
Really.
So I love hearing about that. That's great.
Okay, so Jeanette says, if you really celebrate the reason for the season, the Epiphany, Three Kings Day is a very holy and divine day to celebrate the birth of Jesus. Without getting into religion, we take it seriously, and I love extending Christmas knowing it's for the Three Kings' arrival. Interesting.
Yeah.
Hi, Kelsey. Glad you're with us. Kelsey sent me a Christmas card this year. Isn't that so sweet?
That's so sweet.
My best friend is Jewish, so the kids have their menorah shirts, and they'll be wearing this weekend. Send you a picture. Yes, please do. Okay, what do we do for 8 days? Well, we light the menorah every night for 8 nights. And what used to be a very fun tradition in my house was my mom and dad would put all of the presents out. And so each night you got to pick which present you opened.
I like that.
It was super cool.
Yes, that's fun.
What we learned quickly was that the biggest presents weren't always the best.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the smaller ones are best. So, like you see a big present, you're like, oh my God, I can't wait to open this.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But we learned that that wasn't always the case.
Yep.
It was like a sneak attack.
So can I ask,
Yeah.
and this is going to be, I'm sure I'm going to get made fun of by my brother
Whatever.
for this. Do you keep the candles lit all the time? Like,
So-
wouldn't your house burn down?
Yes. Okay. So here's the yes, absolutely.
Okay. I'm like, maybe common sense, but
I'm trying to like figure out how we say this.
so yeah,
delicately.
how do you
So the
do
candles
this?
melt.
Okay.
And so once the candles melt, they go out, and that's kind of it for the night. But like you bask in the glow of the light
Right.
until they melt. However, we have an electric menorah, so we have it's got with LED lights.
Mhm.
So you leave that plugged in, and I leave mine on all day because I feel like it's just important to see that representation during the day.
And that's different. That
Right.
yeah.
But really, you're supposed to light it at night.
Okay.
Each flame represents a night that oil burned,
Hmm.
and
Good.
and we burn 8 candles throughout.
Such a dork.
He's so funny. Some nights you get 2 gifts. My dad already munched on some blueberry blintzes that we had last night. I don't really
Love
love
him.
those. I liked the cheese ones. They're like pierogi.
Ooh,
Delicious.
sounds good.
Who else is here? Star. I took mine down Christmas night. I don't like the clutter. What?
Oh my gosh.
You took your
know.
decorations down on Christmas?
No, I can't do that. And I understand not liking the clutter because, I have 2 kids. I have a husband that likes to keep everything under the tree.
Mhm.
He just leaves everything in the boxes under the tree. And sometimes it kills me, but I just got to remember that these years are so short
Yeah.
that we're not going to be looking at all of that in 10 years from now.
And you feel how happy the kids are.
Yeah.
When I'm watching the kids open their presents, like when we exchanged on Christmas
Yeah.
Day and with Andrea's kids on Christmas Eve, I enjoyed sitting there and just kind of hanging with them. Oh my gosh, Uncle Ed, can you help me find the Adriana
Yeah.
pile?
I know.
Yes.
It's so fun.
Uncle Ed, can you help me open this? Yes.
I know, because soon they're going to be like, Uncle Ed,
Get the hell out of here.
yeah, you're not cool.
That's not true. Georgia, when I was living in New York for the winter, we put up 7 inside Christmas trees in a Christmas village and lights all over, and decorated the outside with lots of Christmas bows, and it went up the day before Thanksgiving, down 2 days after Christmas. That's nuts. That's too much. Our elf is named Snowy too, but he's a deadbeat elf and doesn't do tricks. He just moves around. Sarah, you got to get going
Sarah.
on that.
I feel like I know Sarah just from watching the show.
Oh, okay.
In her comments, yeah. So her and I feel like are a lot alike, just from what we say. Like, our elf Cupcake does not do anything crazy either, but it's his first year here. He might be a little nervous, so maybe next year.
Good to know.
Yeah,
Vincenzo, something to keep in mind. Melly says my son was actually mad at me. Why? What happened? Did you take your decorations down? Why would Austin be mad, Nellie? Robin says, please remember to come see the last few days of Stony Brook Lights every night until New Year's Day. Yes.
I have to get there.
It's supposed to be amazing.
I know. And I've been wanting to go. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law went with the 4 kids, and it reminded me, I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to get there. The kids looked like they had so much fun. So I feel like I should ask them if they want to go again.
Exactly. You need a lesson from Carly and Mark. See, the thing about that is that some of the money that's raised goes to a good cause.
Yes, and I love that.
And when these communities and these neighborhoods come together and they work for a greater good, I think that you're often not only satisfying yourself, but you're really helping somebody else in need.
Yes.
Kind of fills and kind of fulfills the reason for the season. Melly says my decorations will be up until mid-January, early February. Wow. Took everything down but the tree yesterday.
Okay.
I can deal with that.
Deal with that, yeah.
And like this weekend, if it's warm enough, maybe the outside lights come down.
Yeah. And which that to me is okay. My thing is, I love going downstairs in the morning with a cup of coffee and it's still dark out and the tree is on.
It's very peaceful.
I love it.
I'll tell you a little secret. What's that TikTok trend? I
don't know. I'm not cool. I don't use TikTok.
We something, but we don't judge. Help me out.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
I do, but
something, but we don't judge. Erin, our producer, who's here with us, who's really our editor, but she's so good, so she's producing Second Cup. Erin, what's the
I know exactly what you're talking about.
We listen. Thank you, Kelsey.
Yes.
We listen, but we don't judge. We live our fireplace garland up all year long.
Yeah, but I like that because it makes it look pretty.
We listen, but we don't judge.
Yeah.
I think it makes it look very cozy.
I do too.
And so, we've got lights and our Christmas garland up in the middle of the summer. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we had Hanukkah yesterday. Erin, can you bring up my Facebook page so that I can show off some pictures here?
The food looked so good.
Okay, so my mom made these latkes that Dana helped with, which I thought was super cute.
Yeah.
We make them every year, Dana and I, and so she was helping my mom, and I thought that was special.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the spread. We had tuna fish and egg salad and bagels and latkes and blintzes. But look at what my sister got me. If we go back a couple of pictures, I was so excited. Look at how cute this is.
That is the best. I love it.
Okay, so Dana bought me this ornament from when we went to go see Taylor Swift, and she's like, oh no, open that one last. And my heart was warm. Like, it just made me feel so good.
I can't believe my little Dana did something so sweet like that.
Dana is a softie. Dana has this really tough, gruff, like, I'm gonna chew you down.
But she will. She will, though.
She will, but she loves to love too.
I know she does.
Okay, what's next, Erin? Let's go to the next one. Okay, here's Jan and Gladys. My mom got a super cute buffalo mug that she thought was hysterical with all like the different buffalo things all around it. Okay, next. Here's my dad. He's a bona fide Bills fan.
Love it.
Getting some real Buffalo Bills gear. He was super excited about it. And he likes guitars, so we also got him a guitar decanter.
Oh, that's cool.
For his little man cave downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, so our dog is afraid of Russ. Like, Gladys loves Russ, but she like poops bricks every time he walks in the room.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people do that.
Yeah, he is scary. But my parents' dog loved him. like pawed him and wanted him to pet her.
Oh,
It was just so sweet.
that's so
And
sweet.
you know, Rusty's like, "What's this dog's name?"
No, but he just puts on a show. You know
know.
that he knows what the dog's name is, and you know he was secretly loving
Oh
that.
yeah, attention for Russ.
attention, yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
He
yeah.
loved it the second it happened. Belly says Russ doesn't look scary at all. Well, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think he looks scary. I just think that people, I don't know, they
It's
might be
his-
intimidated
Yeah,
because
it's his
he,
persona.
yeah, but he's like Dana.
They are the same person.
Mhm.
It is painful. Dana
Yeah.
thinks Russ is hysterical.
I
And I'm
know.
like, shut up.
I know.
The two of you. It's so painful.
I know.
Oh my God. And I'm like, he's
But
not funny.
Dana's like my soul sister, though. So I just, I adore her.
And then I was like, oh, Vincenzo on Christmas Day. Poor baby has an ear infection and just
Yeah.
wasn't feeling good.
Yeah, it was horrible.
And so he was like crying and, he was complaining. He was sad. Like he couldn't express that. And
Mhm.
Russ goes, it is like Vincenzo on Christmas Day.
Oh, that was hysterical. But I
almost
did
killed
stick
him.
up for you,
Thank
though.
you. I did appreciate
Yeah,
it. I almost murdered
I know.
him.
Typical spouse.
A
things.
domestic on Christmas Day. Rob says, take it down first weekend of January, then I turn my house back into the Buffalo Bills man cave. Love that.
Okay, that we'll accept that.
Do you ever re-gift?
Not really. I might have in the past, like something as like little as like a candle if I didn't like the scent.
Okay.
I think it was like a coworker one time got me like a peppermint candle, and I don't love the smell of peppermint.
Yeah.
So it might have just been something as little as that,
Okay.
but usually not the big things. No.
So I don't know that I've ever intentionally re-gifted something, but like
Mhm.
I've got a bottle of wine or something, or you have something that's just hanging and you're just kind of like, okay, I might not find any use for this, but somebody else might.
Yep.
Turns out that a lot of people are re-gifting, and re-gifting comes with some, I don't know, like danger, because if
Yeah.
you are in the same circle with somebody and you're like, oh my gosh, I got this gift last year and I'm giving it to a friend who's in the same circle with that friend could theoretically see that gift that you're giving, be like, oh my gosh, I just got you that.
Yes. Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah. I mean, I know somebody one time that got it was in like a white elephant
Right.
game, and she got his and his cup set.
Cute.
So she didn't have use for that, obviously. So like that's something she were gifted.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So she didn't have use for two gays in a cup?
Exactly. She didn't. Happily married. But
Lori says I usually donate unwanted stuff. Oh, this is a good idea. Re-gifting to a raffle basket.
oh yeah, that is a good idea.
That's really smart. Yes, Lauren always has personalized gifts, which I love. Like that cup that you got me, that
too.
mug.
Yeah, I love those.
It's me. Hi, I'm the Gunkle. It's me. I love that. And then Lauren also got us these beautiful calendars from Shutterfly that have like all of our pictures and all of like the really important
Yeah.
dates for our family. I loved that.
I love doing stuff like that because I just feel like that stuff means the most. And like, especially like if there's people that can't afford a lot, like I feel like the personal gifts are
They're
more.
meaningful.
Yeah.
They go a long way, I think. And you can tell it's from the heart. Danielle says I gifted someone and they re-gifted it back to me the next year. That's what I'm talking about. That's the danger.
Yeah.
Peter says I did re-gift this year. It was fine. I got the Christmas story lamp at work, Elephant Exchange, and I gifted it this year at Elephant Exchange at Christmas party winery. Okay, interesting. Oh, you got Diana calendar also?
Yes.
Cute.
Yeah.
And did she love it?
Oh yeah. She always loves personalized gifts.
Yeah. No, Katie is not on maternity leave, though it is coming up sooner than later because Mama's real pregnant.
Oh yeah.
She's real pregnant.
Okay.
She's like, I think done too.
Oh, I'm sure. I am
Um,
sure.
But no, she's not due for another month or so. But she'll be back, I believe, on Monday. Because I did ask her about the schedule because I was really pissed when I saw it. But, you know, like, I don't need to be pissed because I had time off, so she should enjoy her time off as well.
She needs some time off before the baby comes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because, you know, their life is not going to be the same.
Nellie says she's going to kick my butt. Yep,
She's going to,
will.
but it's okay.
Listen, thank you for coming in.
Yes, thank you for
I
having
love
me.
you.
I love you too.
Did you have fun?
I did. This is so fun.
Okay, good.
I'm glad I got to chat with everybody.
A real life queen cuppy. We got to get the show on the road here. Hope you have a great day, a great
Bye,
weekend.
everyone.
We'll see you on Monday.